My name's Sean S. Grasso, and I'm 43 years old, and I'm a commercial fisherman. I was thinking about fishing at an early age. Growing up in Gloucester, I seen all the draggers, all the boats coming and going, and all the action at the waterfront. It was exciting for me. I like the freedom. I like the, not the 9 to 5 every day. I like the excitement of it. It's always changing, and it's a challenge. It's like a love-hate relationship. You love it, you hate it, you love it, you hate it. For me, it's a privilege to go out on the ocean and work. We've been fishing in Gloucester for over 400 years now, and the last 20 years has been rules and regulations because the ocean there was nothing there. There was a lot of stuff going on with toxic waters and stuff like that. We didn't start cleaning our waters till the 80s, so with the water getting cleaner and us, doing the recycling and bringing home the garbage and taking care of our ocean, the ocean it's been getting better and better and better. Well, now you got less fishing boats and more fish, so the competition it's not there anymore. Whereas 30 years ago, the competition was over 100%. And you could walk across the boats in Gloucester. That's how many there was, and that's all because of what happened 30 years before that. In the 70s, everything was open, and then we came up with the 200-mile line, so that got all the foreign fleets away from our fishing grounds. And the government wanted to help the fishermen out by giving them grants and loans to build brand new boats, and everybody had a boat, Fishing is very profitable, as long as you got the people that know how to do it and that you can be successful at it. Because if you don't know what you're doing out there, you're going to just lose money and it's going to go in the wrong direction. So experience is definitely a key to going fishing. 6 days of fishing, $4 grand, that's not a bad check. 20 years ago, you could go out for 10 days and get 10,000 pounds. Now you can go out for 1 day and get 100,000 pounds. Fish stocks, it goes in years. Some years you'll see nothing, and then some years you'll see a lot of it. They say, oh, what about the codfish? Well, there's codfish out there, but they're just in areas that we can't work, or it's an inshore thing, or whatever. But what I'm seeing is it's not that bad going, and that's probably for everything. The lobster and the scallop and the clams and stuff like that. So my problem is just finding crew. Every trip there's somebody new. They make one trip and they leave, or they got mental issues, or they got personal issues, and they just can't hack it. And that's the hardest part of the job, is the crew, by far. Because the last 20 years, people said, look, you can't go fishing because all they see is the rules and regulations. You're in a business that's dying, you'll never make it. And that is not true. If you stick with it and go through all the motions, you can make good money at doing it. Gloucester's changed so much in the last 30, 40 years. Gloucester used to be a fishing town with a drinking problem. Now it's a drinking town with a fishing problem, but now it's not a drinking town because all the bars are gone, so now drugs have taken over. All the people that are my age are all passed away because of all the drugs that have been going around. The people that are in Gloucester that are fishing, they're with their boats, most family run, or they got inherited or something like that. But there's not a lot of people just saying, well, I want to go and try fishing today. There's none of those people because nobody has any experience. So it's kind of like, where do we find help? We want people that are going to succeed, not people that are going to fail. Because failure on the ocean, it costs the owner money, it costs the boat money, it's no good. You need people with experience. Now you could take a green guy that's willing to learn, that's 100%, young guy, be better. What we end up finding is we get older guys on boats. The younger ones, they don't want to work no more. They don't, shovel ice, break ice, put away fish. They just don't work. There's a few out there, but in the future, finding crew is, I would have to go to a job agency or to somebody that, oh, you got mariners that want to work on boats to sign a contract, you know, something like that. It's just really hard to find crew. The big money has been buying up all the waterfront and making it their own personal recreational boat. So even if you wanted to get into fishing and buy a boat and dock it, there's no way to even dock a boat in Gloucester. We got that little state fish pier in Gloucester. We're very grateful to have that. But as for all the private property that surrounds the waterfront, that's all bought up private and turned over to recreational use. And there you go, going against the bylaws of Gloucester, saying you got to have 50% of your property's got to be at least commercial use for fishing boats. You know, people, they bend the laws to work for themselves, and big money will buy their way to whatever they want. I mean, we're staying afloat, but there's very few of us. In my situation, the windmills is not a big factor. For the people that are in that area, it's going to create huge problems.
Which area?
Where are they going to put the windmills? That's 200 miles away. The LNG pipeline that's outside of Gloucester, they put up after 9/11. But they had to put that pipeline just to keep Boston safe from all the natural gas coming into Boston. They said, well, what if a terrorist blows this thing up inside Boston? We're going to destroy millions of people here. That was government funded, and a lot of fishermen were complaining about that, but they also got monies given to them for, you know, not fishing in that area. So that was for the safety of you know, the communities of Boston and all the way up to Gloucester. Now you got all the lobstermen around this area, and they start putting windmills up around here. They're going to disrupt the lobster fishery here. It's going to create a lot of problems. The offshore wind and the fishermen, they'll never find a common ground. Well, fish have tails, and they move around, and you know, you got to be putting structures in the ocean where the fish can be attracted to. And of course, the fishermen, they want to get that fish, but they also can't go and work on that property to make damage. So there'll probably be some money given out to the fishing community from the wind people, I would think. You know, kickbacks or whatever. I want to continue on one day at a time.